Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Hyken and today we're continuing our World of Warcraft official server Hardcore series with our beloved Paladin Cycle Heals. It is time to go back to Felwood. We're joined by our friend Holy Faith, who has been with us here before, and we're doing nothing short of crazy AoE farming. Wanted to showcase a couple of things really. Look at that amount of damage that I'm dishing out. Isn't that crazy? Just look at it. To be fair, I used a couple of consumables. I'll show you in a second what that is, but just look at it. These guys are dropping like flies. Very, very fast. Could have even used a nice little grenade on top of it, but yeah, that's 5 even leveled, even a little bit higher leveled enemies, and we're just taking them on like it's nothing. Okay, let me show you what I just did. Some of it is repeatable as often as I want, and some of it will, as you can see, have a little bit of a cooldown. So, I buffed myself with Unguro's stuff. The crystal spire there gives a damage reflection of 12, which is fantastic. On top of it, I do have Blessing of Sanctuary, which currently allows us to reflect 19 points of damage. Then, on top of that, I do have Retribution Aura, which comes in handy with 16 holy damage. So that's even more damage reflection. Then on top of that, I'm putting in a Holy Shield for 95 damage reflection. Then I drop the Chained Essence of Aranicus, the trinket that I've gotten in the last run, which comes in at quite a bit of damage actually. 50 nature damage every 5 seconds for 45 seconds, so for the entirety of the pull. And that combined doesn't really drain a lot of my mana. Matter of fact, with 3 I'm fine. We could have potentially even dropped more than 5 of them. I could do that solo, but Holy Face was nice, and so ever since we have a bit of a leveling partner, not too scared of what we're finding here. And you can see just the normal stuff is already quite good. Consecration plus our ability to just regain mana requires little effort to stay alive. We are a tanky boy now. So yeah, why are we doing all of this? Mainly to get the ability to grind full Borgs afterwards. This here's the cleansing Feralis, cleansing Felwood quest, sorry. Which in itself is a quest that typically shouldn't be AoE grinded, but I was like, yep, let's try to AoE grind it. I absolutely love the buffs that we're having, and I love my trinket. Like all of it is, all of the gear that I'm now getting is essentially geared towards making sure that we're dealing more damage, and that reflect mechanic is nice. So we're looking at like what, 28 plus 16, so 42, plus our shield, that's another 40, that's 80 reflect, and then then the trinket for another 50 points of damage, so it's 130 reflect AoE, and I wasn't even running out of mana really. Good. Anyways, we are going to fast forward that quest, and we're going to do sporadic quests here in Felwood because it's an interesting area, and I figured might as well showcase a little bit of it. Good. We're ready for some slime pulls. All right, come on. These guys don't deal a lot of damage, but they are quite annoying. Very good. So, taking most of the enemies now with that AoE pulling strategy. Things are actually not too bad. Okay, let's see. Gotta use our jars here. Good, since my friend does not have the quest, it's only me doing it, but that's okay. We are moving also on to the next quest, moving into Jadarnar. So far we're not going too deep into Jadarnar. Just a little bit. Very good. So the AoE grind still goes strong. Basically killing all of them in packs of like 2 to 3. We need to get right up there to get corrupted moonwell water. Let's hope we're not ending up pulling way more. This guy's almost also out of mana. Very good. I think we're just going to take a mana break here. And off we go again. This is our target. Problem is the amount of enemy casters. can't really interrupt their stupid mana burn either, which is why you end up almost completely out of mana. If they don't cast, it's fine, because like they have nothing on me. Good. We're going to get that pool, and then we're fine. Single target DPS looks like it always has looked like. Pathetic. Take a sample here, and we're good. That is the good. Moving on to the next quest. Good, we're back to the AoE grinding technique. This time on the menu, oozes. Nasty little oozes. So many of them hit at you. Also, the shield starts really useful. Unfortunately, it drains so much mana. That you're soon out of mana. Good. So, filling the empty jars, and we are going to hunt satyrs next. Good. We're right back to square number one, which is finding out how to AoE grind. And let's see if it works out well. So far, a little bit of starting problems, but actually seems to work reasonably well. Unless, of course, I'm getting gouged. Okay, we're going to land a big fat bomb here. That did the trick. You can AoE them, but I think smaller packs might be advisable. Yeah, we're going to AoE them, but in smaller packs.
The stars.
Alright, trading in all of the quests. Holy smokes, look at the amount of experience that we are getting.
Ishnu Allah. Ashafela.
Very good. Let's trade in the next quest. Good, that's the important quest. Cleansing Fellwood. Not only will that allow us a lot of stuff, it now gives us an item, a lantern. I need a Cenarian beacon. Tell her that you need a Cenarian beacon. It's a lantern. Alright, here we go. Time for a good old AoE grinding strategy deluxe. So, low level enemies, no problem. Getting a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. And whilst we're at it, here you go. All of you are now corrupted. And just look at that damage. Beautiful. It's really heartwarming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very good. So we can do pulls of 6, maybe 7. I could even do them alone, to be fair. These guys are dealing Ignite 0 damage. Very nice. I wasn't even out of mana. Holy smokes, this is going to be great. I have not yet used my Crystal Spire. Respectively, I've used it, but unfortunately on the wrong target. So that's good. That is very good. Let's try another pack, shall we? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting the shield up. Getting this up. And just look at the damage. With so many, the Holy Shield also becomes incredibly effective. Because all of a sudden they are starting to deal a lot of damage to themselves. Alright, that is borderline unethical. That is borderline unethical. Holy smokes. Nice. Well, these chems are really, really good. Thanks to the reflect damage, these guys are just killing themselves. Alright, Alright, I'm enjoying myself way more than I should. Poor orcs. Nice. Well, the last few are always a little bit more tricky. Specifically if they heal themselves. That is good. Okay, cool. I think we're going to continue to grind here. And I'll think about what next in the episode. Potentially another quest, but that'll come in a bit. Alright, so we've moved a little bit. We also gained a level in the middle of a session, mainly because we traded in a lot of quests. I moved to the Western Plaguelands, and we're starting our Paladin quest here. Paladin quest for the Sunken Temple, because that we are going to rerun again. There's going to be a phenomenal ring that we need. Oh wow, disconnect. Oh wow, that was scary. Oh, and something or someone has attacked me whilst I was... Holy smokes. Wow. Anyone else just DC'd? Yes. The servers were offline. Okay, wow, that... Okay, we're going to switch to super safe mode, which is basically us single pulling these guys. Luckily, undeads are not running away. Point being, I don't want to lose a character to a DC. That's the only way to go. If I mess it up, that's fine. But a DC, specifically one from Blizzard's side, that would be a problem. Alright, so, as I was about to explain before problems happened, we are in the Western Plaguelands, and we're starting the Paladin quest for Sunken Temple, because we're definitely going to spend our time into the Sunken Temple for a nice little ring, assuming that we make it out of the Western Plaguelands. You already know how I feel about the Western Plaguelands. It's a dangerous place with a lot of gacha mechanics. We're just being very careful. We're cautious, we should be fine. Of course, it doesn't help us with the DCs, but it helps with everything else. Good. Let me start pulling around the cauldron, and then we are freeing that up. Also, let's shortly talk about the actual quest for the Sunken Temple. So all of the classes do have a Sunken Temple class quest, so to speak. It typically requires a little bit of preparation in advance. In my case, it's a few extra quests at the very beginning. Collect scorched stones, so kill undeads before the March Dawn, and then have a couple of just follow-up quests around that. Once all of these quests are done, I I get a quest for the Sunken Temple, which we will need to do, and said quest is basically our class quest. If we're getting to get a reward, yada yada, the typical quest stuff. And the quest reward for us particularly is a permanent rest and slot item for rings. Fantastic extra heal. Overall, Cauldron Lord hits harder than expected. Luckily we got healing. There we go. 2 further Scorch Stones. Carefully pulling this guy back whenever I can. I don't want to let any of these guys for the cauldron. Yeah, with their Fire Nova, they have quite a bit of burst that they can. Luckily we got some as well. So we killed them before they can kill us. Fantastic. Good, let me eat up and then we're going to get the cauldron. I think it's more or less free. Yeah, yes. Alright, so the jabbering bull. Welcome back to that. When you're backpedaling, unless of course it's a frost mage, you don't have any movement speed, but generally speaking when you're backpedaling, the casts of the caster don't go through. I'm just going to move these guys down, whilst minimizing the chance of getting more pulls. Here. Cast us out of mana, so it's a good thing. Alright. Our heals are now 12% stronger thanks to the level ups that we've taken. And it is noticeable, so I actually appreciate that level up. Okay, in terms of our Argent Dawn tokens, we are almost done. We also got the Cauldron key here. Just don't want to trigger any of the other guys. Skull Crusade specifically over there. Good, we're done here with the first Cauldron. Better late than never. Where did we get that? I think it was that stupid quest in and around both of these buildings, right? Where you needed to get behind the first building and then get into the one building and then into the other building. Is that correct? Oh wow, yeah, I remember that one. That's a toughie. That's also why all of the kills are here. A lot of people are dying to this quest. Alright, let's start clearing away. I'll try to get into that house and we're just taking the quest on. Whilst we're doing that quest, we should be also done with our first step of the Paladin quest. Just take it from there. Alright, so we're moving into the house. this is the part where it's going to be a bit more scary. But we should be fine. We just need to not pull the entire house. Exorcism comes in clutch because our mana regeneration allows us to basically use that as a stuff, and 450, at least for my DPS, is pretty sizable. Unless, of course, they resist it, in which case it's wasted mana. So if we're getting up there, I think that's where the quest giver is.
I can't cast that yet. That's I can't do that yet.
Alright, luckily we can remove all of the poison. Fantastic. So, what is your quest? Better late than never. I think that the remains were behind the house, if I'm not mistaken. Just carefully getting out here. Oh no, what's the other house? Was it behind the house or was it the other house? I know there was a step behind the house. No, I think it was the other house. But, as always... trigger something here. We might just clear behind here. Because if I'm not mistaken, this shell had to do with the quest. Let me just clear through here. That's essentially almost the same amount of killed. Fast forward for you. Alright, that's the part that is going to be a bit scary because the Scarlet Crusade is near. We really don't want to be messing with these guys. Let's see. How many are we pulling? I think up to 2 would be okay. Just line of sighting the Scarlet Crusade. The cool part about the Paladin is with my mage I need to really watch my distance here. Paladin has no such limitation. We're just going in. And these guys are toast. And in a sense, the Eastern Plaguelands are a good zone for us. This exorcism works on almost all of the enemies. Huge damage increase for more mana. We're not spending it too much anyways, other than healing ourselves for a couple of seals. And if the servers wouldn't be unstable, I would even go for it here. Yeah, when I was here with my mage, I was much lower as well, so like 4 or 5 levels lower, so of course that was a little bit scary. Nice, superior mana potion, that's huge. Okay, cool. So, that's what we need. I'm not sure if we need to directly go back to her or if something is happening behind the house. Check with the royal factors of Stormwind to learn the whereabouts of Emma Fellstone. That's a very different quest line. That's a very different quest line compared to the Horde version. Alright, let's trade in our quest, specifically our Paladin quest. That's why I'm here in the first place. Good, time to trade in the
Light
quests.
smoke. Safe travels. Go with armor friend. Be
Getting our
careful.
free buff. And let's see. The Paladin quest. What do we need to do for the Paladin quest? Dispelling evil. We need to bring it back to here. We'll do exactly that. I think that's the Tome of Uther Lightbringer. Ooh, very important paladin in the history of Warcraft 3. The spiritual guider, the spiritual guide of the Lich King. Failed, sacrificed, typical paladin stuff. Got a nice little tome here.
Peace be with you. Good luck, friend. I am listening.
Yeah, I'm listening.
What brings
Give me the
you
follow-up
here?
quest. The evil in these stones are strong, but it has been
I am
dispelled.
honored.
Bring the scones to Ashen Valorfist in Shieldwound Point, which is right over here. Easy enough. We just need to follow that quest line because that'll lead us to the good ring that we need. Very good. So, Mr. Ashen, give us the follow-up quest. I think the follow-up quest is one more, and then we should be good to go. Let's see.
You need something?
Inert
For the Alliance.
Scorched Stones.
See you around.
Okay, so now we must combine the Scorched Stones and create a weapon to shatter the ranks of the undead. There is no trivial task. There you go. This is the ring. This is the ring. Increase healing done. Just look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Like all three sets that we need. Plus, on top of that... Oh man, that's such a good ring.
See you later. Have a
Good.
good one.
And again, if I'm not mistaken, that is the Sung Temple quest, so we can't do it now. We will need to do it in the actual Sunken Temple. So that's something for a different day, I think.
Pleased to meet you.
For now, the Western Plaguelands need to wait a little bit. Seeing a nice little higher level paladin here with his paladin attire. They need
Can I
to
help you?
wait a little bit. We're going to go back to Ironforge. I'm going to get ready
Alright.
for the temple, and I'm going to rerun the temple. I'm not going to stream that unless something goes wrong, because you've already seen a Sunken Temple version. But in the next episode, if everything goes right, we got a nice, sweet new ring. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.